Hey fan base, today I'm doing a video about Uncle Donald Trump. I got Uncle Donald Trump. And I have to do this video because Uncle Donald Trump got to realize how he treats people. So I'm doing this video. I don't know if Uncle Donald Trump is gonna look at it or see it or understand, but I'm gonna put it out there. And what I mean by Uncle Donald Trump, he's always the victim. He never do anything wrong to nobody. So I'm gonna point out some of Uncle Donald Trump's faults and see if Uncle Donald Trump recognized any of these faults. Okay, we're gonna start off with Uncle Donald Trump did a job on one of his nephews. His nephew and him purchased a boat. So they went half and half on this boat. And Uncle Donald Trump turned around and found a buyer to buy the boat. So what Uncle Donald Trump did, he got smart. He said, let me go invest a little bit into the boat. He didn't tell the nephew this is what he was going to do. He just did it. So he invested in the boat, got the boat a little cleaned up, put a little more stuff inside the boat. And then he put the boat up for sale. The unsuspected victim buys the boat. He buys the boat, and Uncle Donald Trump makes a large profit on the boat. So instead of, giving his nephew 10% of what he done, he gave me back the money he invested. That was all he gave me. Youngster found out like, wow, man, you did this. Uncle Donald Trump didn't give a damn. He only gave him what he helped him do, purchase the boat. Uncle Donald Trump didn't see nothing wrong in that. That was all right for him. So he's the type of dude, he can convince you that what he done was all right. Young nephew didn't want to disrespect him or, get mad with him, so he just left it alone. Now, Uncle Donald Trump go into phase two, a niece. Uncle Donald Trump gets a car, and he sells this car to his niece. So he tells his niece, oh, it's only 20,000 miles on the car. She gets excited. Oh my God, I'm finna get a nice car. It's a Cadillac. She finna get a nice car. So he sells her the car for a few grand. So she runs into one of her other uncles, and she's like, hey, Uncle Donald Trump sold me this Cadillac. He's like, so he look at it. Yeah, it only got 20,000 miles on it. So the other uncle look in there and say, no, baby, that's 200,000 miles. Huh? Yeah, that's 200,000 miles. Uncle Donald Trump at work again. So again, here we go again. He didn't see nothing wrong in that. That was all right that you sold your niece a car that had 200,000 miles and she had to drive the car to Vegas. Cold. Again, he's the victim. Again, he did nothing wrong. Okay, now he has another nephew. He calls his nephew up. Hey man, my house had a little problem. I got some insurance money coming. I'm gonna go ahead and remodel my house. You know how to paint? Tells the nephew. Nephew like, yeah, Unc, I know how to paint. He's like, yeah man, I'd like to hire you for painting. Okay, so nephew said, okay, when you're ready, call me. So Unc waits about 3 weeks. He called him. Hey, what you doing? Oh, I ain't doing nothing, Unc. Yeah, man, I'm finna start working on this house, but I got a job for you. He said, yeah, Unc, what job is that? He said, man, I got some carpet in 3 rooms. I just need the carpet took up and out. So the nephew like, well, okay, no problem. Now remember I forgot to tell you, Unc got sons. So Unc tell him, he said, well, what's going on? Yeah, my damn son came in and I paid him up front and he ran out. He didn't do the carpet. So the nephew like, wow, why would he, do that to his dad? Man. All right, Unc, I'll be over there to check it out. But before I come, Unc, is there anything in the rooms? No, ain't nothing in the rooms. There's nothing in the room. So all I got to do is just go in, cut the carpet up, and get it out of there, right? Yes, that's all you have to do. Nephew go over there. When he get there, one of the rooms was a straight disaster. Straight disaster. I'm not gonna say how bad it was, but I'm gonna just tell you this: if it was on a level 1 to 10, it was a 10. It was that bad. So nephew looked at him like, wow. And then he said, hey, I thought you said there wasn't nothing inside this room. It's a big old dresser in there. Some type of cabinet. Oh, man. So Unc gives you this look like you just disrespected him by questioning why was something still inside the room. So he looked at Unc like, Unc, you said it wasn't nothing in. All I got to do is come clean the carpet up. You said it was $50 a room. Nephew looking at it like, that's $150. So Unc looking at him kind of crazy because, he questioned why was something still inside the room if he was coming to do the carpet. And then why was this room should have been at least a $300 room because it was that nasty. It was that nasty. It was that bad. It should have been $300. So nephew kind of like, Unc, I gave my word, kept his word. I'm going to go ahead and do the room for the price that you said, $50 a room. So nephew go in. He go put on his plastic gloves and mask and everything. And he go in and take the carpet out. Then he goes to the next room. Wow. It's a whole bedroom set in the room. A whole bedroom set. Nephew, again, Unc, what's this? Unc, I thought you said there wasn't nothing inside this room. Oh, man, he didn't. This is how he talked. Oh, man. He didn't explain nothing. That's what he did. And it's crazy because, again, he didn't see nothing wrong in what he did to, how he set his nephew up. So here we go. So nephew like, oh my God, man, this is not right. But nephew, again, loyal to his word. Loyal to his word. He started toting. He breaks the furniture down. He takes it into the next room. He pulls the carpet up. Then he started taking the furniture back out so they could dig up the carpet in the third room. And Unc said, oh, hey man, I'm throwing all that away. Yeah. He's seen him take that furniture from one room to the next. Then when he was taking it back in, he decides to tell him he's gonna throw the furniture away. Instead of just taking the furniture out the first time, this is how he did it. So now nephew toting the furniture out. Now remember, now it's only still $100 job because he did the horrible room. Now he's doing this one. He didn't pay him for lifting all that furniture out of that room. He didn't pay him a dime. So nephew go in. Again, it's respect. He goes in and he pulls the carpet up out of the next room. He takes the carpet outside. Wasn't part of his business. He was just supposed to take it out. He cuts the carpet up. He cut it up and put the carpet in the front yard super neat. He kneaded it up so therefore it can be easily disposed of. You think Unc said, hey man, I appreciate what you've done. I'd like to thank you for what you've done. I'm going to give you a tip. That's not what Unc did. So now he goes back in and him and Uncle is negotiating about the paint. So he's like, hey man, how much are they going to charge you to do the paint? He said $7,000. They're going to charge you to do the paint. Oh, okay. So what nephew do? Nephew said, okay man, I can do the painting. Now, he didn't tell a price. That was a mistake on nephew's part. Nephew should have said something, but he didn't. He just assumed that Unc knew the difference, that this ain't carpet. We're going to do some painting. Show you how slick Unc is. This is a narcissist. This is the work of a narcissist. This is why Donald Trump in trouble. So Donald Trump uncle lets him go in and he started wiping down the walls with his hands, wiping all the dirt off the walls. He goes inside all 3 rooms, he get down, he wipes the walls down, clean the walls up. Donald Trump uncle see him doing this. He goes in, he preps the room, he put tape around everything that needs to be taped up. So he gets the room nice and prepped up for this. So what youngster's thinking, damn, this house is big, so he wants the whole contract. So he goes to work. He goes inside the room, he put the primer on, then he put the color on. Looks nice. Unc bought expensive paint. do the first room. Then he goes into the other room. He does the other room. So he brings something to Unc's attention. He said, hey, Unc, you know you don't paint a closet the same color you paint the room. You know when you paint, the ceiling is one price, the walls is one price, and the closet is one price. Unc didn't understand that. That just didn't register to him. So the youngster, go ahead, do the one room, go ahead and do the other room. And then he go in and he does a bathroom. He does this, it's called a good faith work. Now he tells Unc, hey Unc, so you know, if you want me to paint, look at this. If I did a pretty good job, cool. You know, let me have the contract for the kitchen, the dining room, the den, and the front room. He'll go ahead and, you know, get this money. But he comes with Unc with an ultimatum. He said, Unc, I'll paint everything for you. You give me a used car out there. You got about 5 cars out there. Let me have one of those cars, and I'll paint the whole thing for you. Unc, oh no. He throws a tantrum about that. He didn't want to do it. But he like, nephew, you know, the car's only worth $4,000. They was gonna charge you $7,000. You're gonna save money because now you're not putting up no money and you're getting one of the cars out the yard. Unc didn't want to go for it. So he's like, all right. Later on that evening, he's finished painting one of the rooms. So one of the, you know, a few of his friends come over. Now by this time, Unc been drinking. So a few of his friends come over, and one of his friends is also a pretty good guy and hanging drywall. So he hanging the drywall, he made it look good. He goes in, he look around, he's like, man, who painted this room? He said, oh man, my nephew did. He's like, man, dang, man, you did a good job, man. You're making my work look good. This was the conversation, exact word by Berto. This is what happened. So next thing you know, they go outside. Now, in Unc's mind, it's ringing. He's gonna charge me more money for painting. I ain't going for that. So now he don't want to give up the car and he don't want to pay nephew. So what do you think he done? He gets drunk and front nephew off in front of his friends. Nephew was kind of an emotional dude, ain't disrespectful. He just went ahead and said, wow, let it go. But at that time, he didn't let it go. Nephew was like, you know what, I'm not gonna work for this guy. He just got away with that. So nephew leaves. Let Unc know, man, you get drunk, you're too disrespectful. I can't deal with that. I'm out. I'm not gonna do the work. Plus, you didn't pay me. You know, you didn't even offer, you didn't give me a tip for all the work that I've done. From the youngster put a cabinet on his back. Nephew, Unc didn't give him a tip for that. He took everything to the junkyard with Unc and threw it off. Unc didn't do a damn thing for that. So Unc was come up with this new form of how I'm gonna get you. I started paying nephew $140 a day. Now nephew been there for 4 days. 4 days. He was there for 4 days. For 4 days, this man took everything out of the house that he could take out, that Uncle let him take out, scrubbed the walls by hand, painted 3 locations. And it came up to $640. That was it. That's all we paid. So now Unc is holding out. So now he leaves. I ain't dealing with it, you know, because I don't think Unc is going to give me the proper amount. And he finds it funny to say, I'm going to pay you $140 a day. So this is where the boom boom come in. So now Unc realized nephew ain't coming back. I'm going to put a rumor out there on him. Yeah, here he comes again. Now remember, nephew and Unc was tight. Here it goes. Unc, yeah, nephew came to my house, did some work, and stole a watch out my room. Yeah, this is what he does. He stole a watch out of his room. I seen the watch on his wrist. Now this is what somebody's telling the nephew. I seen the watch on his wrist, but I didn't ask him about it. Now, if you know Unc don't play. Don't hold it. He don't, let me tell you what he got in his arsenal. He don't apologize. He will tell you to his face. He don't apologize. He never apologized. So Even if he dogged you out, he never apologized. So he puts this rumor out that he's seen the watch on nephew's wrist. And instead of him approaching nephew and saying, hey man, where'd you get that watch at, man? That watch, let me see that watch. He claims he let nephew walk away with the watch. Then he decided to tell everybody nephew stole a watch. Stole the watch from him, went in his room, stole the watch. No evidence, no proof, nothing. He just threw that out there only because he knew when nephew started complaining about doing him not getting paid for the painting, Unc knew it would make him look bad. Well, Unc got it another way. That's that narcissist shit comes out now. Now here he goes. You finna play. Oh, he stole a watch from me. So he'll make that the topic of the conversation. Oh, he stole a watch. He knew he didn't steal that watch. He knew he didn't steal a watch. But he knew that's how he could play it with the other family members, like make it look like the youngster played it, downplayed that he did all that work. He downplayed it. On top of doing that, he did something really foul. That was, yeah. But again, he's a narcissist, so he don't see nothing wrong in this. Nephew, that one that painted the house and cleaned up and painted for him, took a bar door, a screened bar door, one of those big heavy duty ones. He bought one. And he was like, hey Unc, I'm gonna leave it here until I go get my truck and strap it down, take it home. You don't mind, do you? Unc like, no, I ain't got no problem with it. He get back. Man, where's my screen door? Unc sold it. He stole the screen door and sold it. He didn't ask him for it. So he stole it. You know, Unc didn't see nothing wrong in that. There wasn't, yeah, it was normal for him. It was normal. He felt like it's at his house. I can do what the hell I want to do. Yeah, this ain't considered stealing as long as you're at my house. So you cross nephew with a boat. You cross niece with a car. You cross nephew with a screen door. And you didn't steal. You didn't disrespect. You didn't do nothing wrong. Narcissist. That's that Donald Trump effect. That's why I call it the Donald Trump video. Uncle Donald Trump. Sorry, the Uncle Donald Trump video. Because if you got one of these uncles, stay clear, do no work for him, and watch out, because he's always the victim. Believe that. Peace.